Southampton had a bad season. They got it to a good start, and they were even top of the league at one point, but things really went downhill after the Arsenal away draw. That's when their season really ended, because they never recovered after this. They won just 5 out of the next 25 league games, which is atrocious. They really need to turn things around for next season. Otherwise, they could be going down. Looking at their squad, they have a decent squad. Obviously, they've got Danny Ings, which looks like he could be out the door soon. It seems like Tottenham are circling around him and they're trying to sign him. And I think they'll get it done. If Danny Ings leaves the club, they need to replace him. Even though it's a tall task because he's a good player and it's going to be really hard to bring in a replacement. But they need to do it because if they don't, they're going to really struggle for goals next season. And then they've got Nathan Redmond, who it never really feels like he does enough for Southampton. Obviously, he does have injuries from time to time, but I still feel like he could give more to the team. In my opinion, he should be scoring at least 10 goals a season. Then you've got Diallo, who he's kind of a new player. He's still young. James Ward-Prowse, I feel like he really delivered last season. He's not really a player that's going to get a lot of goals and assists, but that's exactly what he did last season. And hopefully that continues. Then you've got Stuart Armstrong, who is another player who is Premier League season, so you expect more from him. Mohamed Salasu, he's still a young player. Vestergaard, excuse me. I feel like Vestergaard had a poor season, along with Bednarek. Southampton overall defensively were poor last season, but I think they can rectify that. Then you've got Carl Walker-Peters, who I think he had a decent season, but Southampton's defense and the whole season was so bad that it's kind of hard to gauge how good he was, so we'll have to try and watch out for him next season. Then you've got McCarthy, the goalkeeper, who I think he had a poor season as well, but I don't think he's a bad goalkeeper. And then the rest of the players are kind of, bench players that come off, the last 15 to 20 minutes in games. I think Musa Janepo, he's a player that can come off the bench and do something, but because of injuries and because he's so inconsistent, I'm not sure he's going to add a lot to the team next season. Then you've got Theo Walcott, who he's the most injury-prone player in the Premier League. No doubt about it. The last decade, I don't think he's ever had a full season, so, excuse me, I'm not sure he's going to be able to play the whole season once again, so he's not a player that Southampton can rely on. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So yeah, once again, I think Southampton do need to bring in some signings. I think it is imperative they bring in signings, because if they don't, it's going to be another struggle of a season. And that's about that's about it. Oh my god.